Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But you guys, our week 6 matchup here for the NPA. The Minnesota Vikavolts are taking on KingBub and the Munchlaxster United. We've hit a little bit of a skid, losing the last 2 games. The last one being under the radar. It was a really good game though, so I felt like I played pretty well. You know, I probably could have went into Sand Slash on Stack Attack, and it really came down to prep more than anything, but I feel like I got a pretty cool team this week for Bub, and hopefully we can break this losing streak and get right back on track. 4-2 sounds a heck of a lot better than 3-3, let me tell you. So, yeah, man, he's got a tough team. The question today is working on some new leagues potentially coming in the future. Do you have any interest in seeing a league with Ubers in it? So, like, each team gets one Uber, like Rayquaza or Groudon or Ho-Oh or whatever it may be. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you like that idea or do you not like that idea? And of course, you can always check out my opponent and hit that like button down below. I know things have gone a little bit awry, but you should still be hyped for the Vikavolts. I am. So let me get connected here with KingBub, and we're gonna find out what he's bringing, and we'll make it happen. All right, guys, we are connected with KingBub. Let's find out exactly what 6 he's bringing. I'm fully expecting Lopunny, Greninja, Suicune. I think Crobat makes some sense, but in terms of the other 2, I feel like he could bring a couple different things. Magneton, maybe Garbodor. So we are going to see the Magneton. I'm actually not surprised there. No Tangrowth, but everything else looks about as expected. So that kind of works out. I did not want to see, specifically, I did not want to see the Garbodor. So thinking about this lead option here, I actually really do like my potential lead with Ninetales. I don't know if he would lead. I think Ninetales is a really good lead because it one-shots Greninja with Moonblast. It's going to, against Lopunny. Lopunny's the one thing that makes me question this decision because Moonblast is 95 to 115, and he probably has a little bit of bulk on him. But still, it's in my favor regardless to one-shot him. So leading with Ninetales could easily take out one of his Pokemon on the first turn, which is really appealing. So I think I'm gonna go with that. That was one of my core strategies kind of heading into this game, was to lead Ninetales because it could get an easy KO on one of his Pokemon. So I'm gonna go with that strategy and kind of see what happens. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like against Crobat, against Lopunny, against any of those Pokemon, like 3 of his 6, it can one-shot on the first turn, you know? Like, the downside is obviously if Lopunny lives, that's a big deal. But if he has Fake Out on his Lopunny, he Fake Outs, takes hail damage, and then we definitely are going to knock him out. So we'll see what happens. Whether he leads with the Lopunny, whether he leads with something else. Either way, getting that much damage off on the Lopunny is going to be, it's going to be definitely worth it. You know, hitting him, I mean, I don't want to lose my Ninetales on turn 1, but, you know, getting that thing down to die to hail or pretty darn close might be worth. So let's see what he leads with. He is going to lead with Baby Cheeks, which is going to be the Clefable. So that's really not the matchup I wanted under really any circumstances here. I could make a switch out into a couple different things. I do actually like to switch out into Weezing or Silvally, one of the 2. I'm not staying in though. So what makes the most sense? So he either Stealth Rocks. He could very well Stealth Rock. He could T-Wave. The thing is, if he T-Waves and I go into Victini, that's a problem. If I go into Talos here and he T-Waves, no big deal. And I could also defog the rocks away. I think Talos is probably my safest bet. I mean, I don't want to take a Moonblast, though, to the face either. I don't want to take a Moonblast to the face. And what is he thinking I'm doing? He might want a Flamethrower. I feel like he just wants a Stealth Rock, to be honest. Is there any downside? What's the risk of going to the Victini here? I mean, Victini isn't as important because he didn't bring Tangrowth or anything. I'm going to stay aggressive. I'm going to go right into Victini, I think. What does Victini do to Suicune? Let's just double check this. Like a defensive Suicune. I mean, I'm not really doing anything to him. He doesn't have a ground type, though, for Bolt Strike. He doesn't really have any good switch into Bolt Strike. So we have that option. I'm going to go Victini. I'm going to make a big play here. I'm going to predict the Stealth Rocks. I'm going Victini. And we'll find out if he's unaware or if he is Magic Guard as well. He goes for the Stealth Rock. Okay. So we make the right play. And I'm taking hail damage. Is he going to take hail damage? He does not. So he is definitely Magic Guard. So we know that. Now, I can do one of 2 things here. I can Trick. I guess I can do one of 3 things here. What am I doing to a defensive Clefable with Bolt Strike here? I actually could 2-shot him. What is his switch into a Bolt Strike right now? But he's not going to go Magneton. Do I just go for the Bolt Strike? He doesn't have a ground type. I don't think he'd want to take a V-Create. Bolt Strike does one-shot the Suicune pretty much. Well, it's going to do a lot. Let's think about this. I could also Trick. He doesn't really have a switch into a Bolt Strike, dude. V-Create does one-shot the Clefable. It has a good chance to. I'm going to Bolt Strike. He switches out. Go Suicune. He goes into the waters. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, baby. That is exactly what I want to see. All right. Yeah, that's pretty defensive. It's pretty defensive, and I paralyzed him, which, I mean, oh, he's Rocky Helmet. Okay, so he's Rocky Helmet. All right. I mean, I could just Bolt Strike again at this point. I mean, I take Rocky Helmet damage, but like, what does he want to send in aside from, you know, Magneton? I mean, and Magneton comes in, his Sturdy gets broken. Does he just let Suicune go down here? I'm just gonna Bolt Strike again, to be honest. I feel like that's my best play. Because even Clefable coming in, like I said, there's a chance I two-shot the Clefable anyway with Bolt Strike. So he could go Magneton, which does resist, but I'll be able to get some information on whether the Magneton is Eviolite or like offensive, like Choice Scarf or whatever. And I have a great switch in Seismitoad, so I'm really not too concerned. I can get up my own rock. Oh, I don't have rocks. I can just, you know, pivot out pretty much. So getting that damage off on Suicune is huge because he's sitting at about 20%, 25%, and para. So that's really good. That's really solid. So good start there. We saw the Rocky Helmet. All right, so Bolt Strike's my play. Like I said, he just doesn't really have good switch-ins to Choice Band and Victini. And again, if he goes Magneton, which is fine, yeah, he's just gonna let him go down. So I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. Victini kills Suicune with Bolt Strike. So Suicune's gone. That was one of the biggest threats out of the way. Now I take a lot of damage, you know what I'm saying? I talk a lot of damage. But now Silvali's importance is reduced. Because Suicune's gone. And that's one less thing that stands in the way of Ninetales, which beats 3 of his Pokemon with Moonblast. Well, 2 with Moonblast, 1 with Blizzard. So now we got, I think he probably goes Greninja here. But again, I have my Seismitoad specifically for that thing, so I can easily go into Seismitoad. And Seismitoad can knock off, it can Icy Wind. You know, Seismitoad is mainly for Greninja and Suicune, so we have both those options there. He could go Crobat here as well. If he goes Crobat, I probably go Silvally, because I do want to defog these rocks away. They're a little bit annoying. And I want to get my Toxic Spikes up, because Toxic Spikes are going to help get a little bit of chip damage on some of his Pokemon. So, they're not going to do anything to the Clefable, though. So I really want to keep my Victini healthy for Clefable, because I basically just get to click V-Create now, like, against Clefable. So, and he has nothing for that. With even, it has a chance to knock him out. So, we're definitely keeping Victini alive. Because I have at least one more V-Create in me. You know? Or at least one V-Create in me so we can nuke something. So now it's just a matter of playing around his switches here. I feel like he goes Greninja, you gotta go something fast, you know? I feel like he's going something fast. He's gonna go into Itachi, which is the Greninja. Okay. So, I don't think he's gonna risk going for a grass move here. I'm going to Bubbles. Bubbles is dedicated specifically for this thing. I'm not even gonna think about this move. We're going right into Bubbles. If he wants to attack, and, you know, he's got a 50-50 here, because if I stay in and just Bolt Strike, he loses Greninja. So I feel like he's probably got Grass Knot, but I can take it. I can take it. So he might just U-turn out too. That's another option. He very well could just U-turn out. But I feel like he goes for the, I feel like he's going to go for the Grass Knot. Or he's going to go for the Dark move here. Like, Grass Knot doesn't even two-shot, unless he's Life Orb. So I could take any hit from him, and then go for, you know, an Earthquake, or a Knockoff, or an Icy Wind. Anything like that slows team down. I do want to get my Silvally in, though, to defog. because that'll be really helpful. All right, so he's not, I don't even know if it gets Pursuit. Let's see what he goes for. Does he go for the Grass Knot play? Does he make like the God tier prediction here? Let's see. He goes for the U-turn. Okay, good play. Good play going for U-turn. So we see U-turn. Do I see a Life Orb? No Life Orb. Okay. Could be Scarfed. Could be Scarfed. We see a U-turn. So good play. That was kind of like the middle ground, I feel like. You know? That was kind of like the middle ground play for him. You know? Because he knew he could safely switch out and go to Magneton if he had to. So now I feel like he goes Lopunny. Now here comes Baby Cheeks, which is the Clefable. Okay, so I kind of just want to get a little bit of damage on this thing. So I just knock off its item. Like, I'd hate to lose my best response to Greninja right now to Clefable. But I feel like knocking out this thing's item is really valuable. Let me just see here, because I am in negative speed nature. Do I still outspeed Clefable? I should. Alright, I'm going to go for the knockoff, because I feel like getting rid of its item is really important. He's actually faster than me, which is fine, so he's got some speed investment. But I take that. He gets a crit, which is annoying, but... And I get rid of whatever item he had, which is Life Orb. Okay, that's why he was Life Orb. Okay, so he's an offensive homie here with speed. So, I mean, I could just let Bubbles go down to get a switch into something else, like Victini. But I do want to try to get rid of the, I feel like I want an Earthquake. I want to get rid of these rocks. I'm going to go Talos, I think, and just defog. Talos isn't as important because I got rid of his, his Suicune, and it was really a lot of the reason for that. So let's go into Talos here. He probably just Moonblast. Maybe he goes for a Grass move. He goes for Moonblast again. Okay. So he's got Stealth Rocks, Moonblast. And it doesn't do too much to me. So I can defog here. I'm going to go for the defog. I want to get rid of these rocks. And it might force him to set him up again. But if it gets me my Victini in for free so I can click V-Create, that's all I need. That's all I need, really. Because he's got to pick something to sacrifice. And Victini against... Does Greninja even live? A V-Create? No. Doesn't. So... We got the tiny bit of chip damage we needed. So I'm going to defog here, and then I'm going to Parting Shot out, I think. And if he switches, that's fine. He may be fearing like a super effective hit, though, because, I mean, I brought Silvally in. He's going to stay in. I get defog off. That's fine. Let's see what he's going to do. He goes for Moonblast again. So he's just firing off Moonblast, which is fine. Now, I can do a couple things here. I can let him knock me out and just Thunderbolt him, which might not be a terrible idea. Or I could Parting Shot out into Victini here. What's the better play? I mean, either way, I end up... I'm pretty sure I end up with rocks off the field anyway. So, I don't really care if he knocks me out here. I'm going to just Thunderbolt because I'm faster. So if he knocks me out, that's fine. If he sets Stealth Rocks, I just defog on the next turn. So... But I don't want to risk switching out Victini into him predicting something. Because if I get Victini in against Clefable, I just click V-Create and something dies. Now the only thing is my Magneton switch-ins are very weak now, but I mean I have Sucker Punch on Mawile, so it's not the end of the world. And I do have Ninetales, which is obviously faster. It doesn't have anything to hit Magneton super effectively, but it can at least hit it. Yeah, Magneton's a bit of a problem. I let my team like get really weakened for Magneton, but I just have to be really careful about my switches now. He's not going to click a water move, though. I'll tell you that with Greninja. He is not clicking a water move with Greninja. And I can actually U-turn with Victini, too, but I just feel like clicking V-Create is the play. Whatever that happens. So let's see what he ends up doing here. I just get a Thunderbolt off here. Which does, I mean, a decent chunk. And he just sets up Stealth Rocks again. Okay. So I'm just going to defog him away. I don't really care if he switches out. because this dude is like weakened. So I'm just gonna defog. I'll let him knock me out here. This was an okay exchange. I mean, I could have parting shot it into Victini there, but again, I'd rather keep the rocks off the field. I'd rather just keep them off the field. So let's just defog. We'll let him knock us out with Moonblast here, which is fine. Go for the defog. I'm assuming he just Moonblasts and knocks me out here. He goes for Stealth Rocks again. So he really wants Rocks up, which I think is interesting because if I just Thunderbolt twice, I like would knock him out. I'm just gonna defog again though. Like, I'm okay making this play. I mean, he wants to keep Rocks up, but he goes for Soft Boiled this turn. Okay. So now I think I make the play and parting shot into Victini here. Because I don't wanna mess around with this. I'm just gonna parting shot into Victini now. I got rid of Rocks. I saw Soft Boiled. He's at full. I know that he's got some speed on him. I'm going into Victini to click V-Create. I know he's got a little bit of speed on him, so I don't think he's fully physically defensive, so I should be able to knock him out. He goes for the Rocks again. Okay, that's fine. But I get to click, I mean, it's a funny exchange because we didn't really get anywhere, but that's all right. Now I get to click V-Create, and that's the play. I'm not even going to U-turn because I don't really gain anything by U-turning, because if he goes Crobat and I U-turn, it's a waste. You know, getting rid of this Clefable is worth it to me. Definitely worth it to me. Because again, I have answers for other stuff. Like, I have answers for pretty much everything else. And I can actually let Victini go down after Clefable's gone too. It's not as important. And honestly, once Clefable's gone, I mean, T-Spikes are nice for a couple of things. Let's see if he lives this. I don't think he does though. I really don't. It should knock him out. It should knock him out. And it does. Victini kills Clefable with V-Create. Alright, Clefable's gone. Cool. Now, obviously, he can go Greninja. He can go whatever he wants here. He's not clicking a water move, whatever he does. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Okay, so now we just have to... Like, the one thing that really has me scared, actually, is that Magneton right now. The Magneton is actually really scary because the two things that are really good against Magneton are weakened. So, like, I still have Mawile. I wish I had HP Ground on Ninetales. That was a mistake. I put Aurora Veil on it at the last minute. So Magneton actually looks pretty scary, especially if it's Eviolate. So I might be in my best interest to keep Victini around. But... yeah, it's going to be tricky, because I gotta... I mean, I don't necessarily have to defog. I could just leave the Rocks this time. But I definitely want to end up in a situation where I can get Victini against Magneton. But if he Scarf Magneton, then I'm in trouble either way, so... But I think he goes Greninja again. Same kind of deal. Like, T-Spikes are sort of good, sort of not good. I don't know if it's even worth trying to set up T-Spikes with Weezing at this point in the game. But going for Will-O-Wisp against Lopunny, that's a good idea. I'm just worried about, like, substitute Lopunny or something. But, like, what does he do if I Swords Dance in front of Lopunny? I don't know. Here comes the Greninja again. I feel like I gotta save Victini because of Magneton, just to be totally safe. I'm at 92 out of 187, so I have one more Stealth Rock switch in, which is fine. Bubbles is actually at decent health. It's not like the lowest possible. It's 91 out of 211, which is 43. So he should be able to live a Grass Knot still. He does have Rocks up though, so that's important to note. Alright, so what do I do here? What do I do here? If he goes for an offensive move, he goes for the Dark Pulse. Or a U-turn. I think I just go Talos. Talos is way too weak to really do anything in this match, I feel like, at this point. Sitting at 54 health, he's going to get outsped by everything else. So, I'd rather just play it safe. And I do have a minus defense right now with Victini, so I can't just V-create and hope he U-turns. I don't think that was would be the right play. So again, I can bring it in against Magneton one time though, and then we nuke something. Or set Aurora Veil and then bring it in against, you know, Crobat or whatever, but... Yeah, that Magneton. I feel like it's Eviolite Magneton. And I think this could be Scarf Greninja. I just feel like Scarf Greninja, looking at his team composition, I could see him doing that to make sure he was faster than the rest of my team. So... I almost brought Virizion, man. Virizion actually would have been pretty solid against him. Against a few things. That Magneton's got me so scared right now, though. Like, we may be up 6-4, but we're not, like, in the great, like, we're in an okay spot, but it's not, like, amazing. Let's see if he just U-turns or if he goes for an offensive move. Like, an attacking move. He goes for U-turn again. So he'll knock us out here. So we actually gain momentum, which is... Oh, he doesn't knock us out, which is kind of bad. To be honest, like, I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, because he's not going to set up with anything. So he can go into whatever, but, like, I still am going to gain momentum, so it should be okay. All he's shown is U-turn on that Greninja so far. Alright. I just, like, don't want Lopunny to come in and just click Power Up Punch or something, because that would actually be, like, pretty problematic for my team if it did that. Here comes Heartbreaker. That is the Lopunny. So if he is Power Up Punch, that's going to be an issue. I'm just going to stay in though, and I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt. And if he has Power Up Punch, then I have to just go into Ninetales, and go for Moonblast, and just hope that he doesn't think that I'm Scarf for some reason. He's got Return. Okay. Okay, so I have an interesting decision to make here. I can obviously go Ninetales, which is faster. I can also go Weezing, which can just click Will-O-Wisp, but I run the risk of him having Substitute, which would actually be really frustrating. But I can just freely burn something with Weezing, which I really like the prospect of. So I'm leaning towards going to Weezing here. Like, I'm pretty sure... Like, if he substitutes, it would be really frustrating. But I can break his substitutes, and he really doesn't do a ton to us. So I think Weezing is my best play. Because I can freely Will-O-Wisp, and if he goes into Magneton, then I break it sturdy with Will-O-Wisp, which is, to me, more important. If he goes into Greninja, I burn it, which is valuable. If he goes into Crobat, I burn that too. So I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp here. If he's got Substitute, then just good prep on his part. I can break the sub on the next turn with Sludge Bomb. So to me, it's risky, but... the reward, I think, is my best play. So he switches out, likely goes to Magneton. He goes into X-rated, which is probably the Crobat, actually. Yeah, the Crobat. If I could burn this thing, that would be incredible, and I hit it. Sweet. So we burn the Crobat, which is phenomenal. I'm actually thinking my best play here is to go for Will-O-Wisp again, predicting the U-turn. Or Toxic Spikes. Toxic Spikes are nice because they give that little bit of chip damage. I'm gonna go for Toxic Spikes. I feel like he's gonna U-turn out, and Will-O-Wisp would have been a really good play, but it's okay. If he wants to defog at this point, he's gonna Nasty Play. He's Nasty Crobat. Okay. I'm not scared though. I'm not scared yet. We're not in the worst situation still. I'm gonna go for Toxic Spikes. I'm gonna save my Weezing though. Nasty Crobat, man. Solid set. And he's leftovers, okay. Okay, we're not gonna get worried about it though. We're not gonna get worried about it. I think it's worth saving Weezing here. I think it's worth saving Weezing. What is my least useful member of the team at this point? And what is he gonna go for? He's gonna go for a flying type move here. I think I sack off Bubbles, is what I do. Just go into Bubbles. He might have Giga Drain, but either way, I can go into my Emma Frost and I can click Blizzard, and it's gonna impact everything like relatively well. I gotta sack something off right now. He's not gonna go for, he either goes for Heat Wave or he goes for, he's not gonna have room for Giga Drain. He's gotta have Sludge Bomb. And he's gotta have Heat Wave. So what's his third move? Is a Giga Drain. I feel like Bubbles is my best sacrifice at this point in the match anyway. I'm gonna go to Bubbles. It's my best sacrifice. I have to get rid of something. So he might have Giga Drain. But I'm expecting like an Air Slash. He does the Heat Wave. Okay. So I knew that was coming. I didn't want to go into Mawile there. Doesn't really do anything to me. I didn't want to go to Mawile there because that would have been way too risky. He may have Giga Drain. I don't know. But this is an opportunity for me to do a couple things here. I can Earthquake, which is, you would think, really dumb. But if he goes Magneton, then I Earthquake. I think Knockoff is actually the better play, though. If he has Giga Drain, then so be it. If he doesn't, then I get a Knockoff on something. So let's see if he has Giga Drain. He may have to switch out here, though, because I'm AV, so, like, he's going to Nasty Plot again, which I find very interesting, but that's fine. I get to just go for the knockoff here. Trying to think if I can still beat the Greninja, though, at this point. I think I can, because I don't think he's, like... Alright, so he's got a Heat Wave, I think. I'm just going to stay in. I'm going to Icy Wind, though. I'm gonna Icy Wind. Because I think I still live a hit anyway. Yeah, that Greninja's so scary. Because if he's Scarfed, then he's gonna outspeed my Ninetales. But Ninetales does have some bulk, so I have that going. And I do still have Mawile, which can Sucker Punch, so... Even though it's resisted. That Greninja screams Scarf, though. Because it would be faster than Scarftini and stuff. It screams Choice Scarfed. But he'd have to lock himself into one specific type move. And Water is actually the worst one, is Hydro Pump. But Choice Scarf Hydro Pump I don't think knocks out Ninetales anyway. After Rocks, maybe, though. No, we can live it. We can live it. Ninetales is decent special defense, so he's gonna go for the Sludge Bomb now. Try to get a poison. We're living this though. No poison, please. Thank you. Icy Wind's really useful here because what this does is it slows him down, which means that if I bring in Ninetales, like he doesn't know if I'm Scarfed or not. But let me actually see. Is my Victini gonna be faster than Crobat now? Because if it is, that's really awesome. If it's not, not so awesome. I'm gonna assume, yes, so my Victini set is faster than Crobat at max speed. So Victini can come in at this point and just go for U-turn or V-Create or something, but, I think I just have to go for the Icy Wind here again and just let him knock me out. I hate to do that, like, because I don't want to lose my Seismitoad right now, but it's my best play. And then I think what I gotta do is I go into Ninetales and I pull a double out. I don't know. I mean, I can go Ninetales, pull a double. I don't want to allow the Magneton to just come in for free, though, because he could just start Volt Switching against me, and then that's a problem in itself. He goes for the Heat Wave. Maybe he misses. Maybe I live. I don't think I do, but maybe. No, we don't. Okay. So, Crobat kills Seismitoad with Heat Wave. Okay, so this is the toughest play we gotta make this game right here. Victini can outspeed, but can't come in 2 more times because of Rocks. I can go Ninetales and double out into Victini, predicting the Magneton. I don't think that's the right play though. Problem is Magneton is just gonna wreck me though. Like Magneton comes in and just wrecks me. There's not much I could do about that. What do I do against Magneton? It just wrecks me. I lost the 2 things that were really good against Magneton in this match, which was a mistake, but I felt like it was necessary. I mean, I go Ninetales and click Blizzard. It's just not going to do that much to Magneton. I wish I had HP Ground. I mean, it would have been a tough call, but... I mean, if he's not Eviolite, I do a decent chunk to him. I think that's gotta be my play. I hate to do it, but I got to. I just gotta go into Ninetales and I gotta click Blizzard. And just hope he's not Eviolite, which I think he's gonna be. That's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that play. Because Greninja comes in and, like, I'm not worried about Greninja. Like, I don't care if he goes into Greninja on a Blizzard. I'm gonna go for the Blizzard. He obviously is going Magneton here. It doesn't make sense to make the double into Victini because he can just go into Crobat and sack it off at that point. So I lose the usefulness of Victini. I only get one V-Create in this match left. So we just have to hope that he's not Eviolite. But he probably is. No, he goes into Heartbreaker? I don't know about that play. But I'll take it. He might have thought I was going to set up Veil. I mean, I got a Blizzard off. He's going to take hail damage. I'm just going to go for Blizzard again, though, I feel like. I'm surprised he made that play. Maybe he thought I was going to double. Maybe he thought I was going to make the double. He might have Fake Out. We have to be really careful of that. This game is going to come down to if Mawile can break through Magneton. I don't know. Well, now he knows I'm scarfed. Surprise. Here comes Magneton. Magneton. Do I just let him take me out here? Like, Wheezing is less important now. I don't need Wheezing anymore. Here comes Magnificent. Ugh. I could just sack off Wheezing now that Lopunny's gone. How does Mawile do against Magneton? I need to know. I need to know whether he's Eviolite or not. I do so little damage to him with Play Rough. I need to set up... Yeah, dude, if he's offensive, he just wrecks me, man. I need 2 Swords Dances. And, like, going into Wheezing is not a play because it's not... Can't do anything. Ah, dude, this isn't good. I mean, I can just Blizzard here for damage. Maybe that's what I should do, is just Blizzard for damage, dude. Because the Crobat is so weak, I'm, like, not even as concerned about it. The problem is I have nothing to outspeed Greninja, but I think he's Scarf Greninja anyway. But how do I beat Greninja? I don't know if I can. I feel like I need to just attack, though, the Magneton, because if I don't attack the Magneton, I'm going to lose this game. I'm going for the Blizzard, dude. I just hope he's not Eviolite, man. He's not Eviolite. He went for Substitute. Oh my gosh! We just made an amazing play then. Because now he's really weak. That's a game changer. He had Substitute for Mawile. Alright, now that he's this low, do I save Ninetales? Or do I just break his sub? Because if I just break his sub, then I can go into Mawile. And I can Sucker Punch because he won't be able to sub again. How many turns of hail do I have? I got 2 turns of hail left. Okay. Feel like he's Scarf Greninja. Do I break his sub or do I just go into Wheezing? Okay. If I break his sub, he knocks me out with Flash Cannon. Do I just predict the Flash Cannon, go Victini, and just V-Create and break his sub that way? That could be really risky, though. How much is Victini taking from a flash cannon? It's risky. 92, 28%. He's analytic, I can't do that. I got 7 seconds. I'm going into wheezing. I hope I don't regret this play. Maybe I should have just broke it. Maybe I should have just broke the sub. I don't know. I don't know the right play there. I feel like I didn't know what to do. That was a tough play. He's gonna flash cannon and he's got a Z move. Oh, I made the right play then. I made the right play then. Gigavolt Havoc. He's not even Eviolite. What? Poor Wheezing though. Yeah, he ain't living that. Okay. Alright, so now I need to break his substitute. And I need to... Alright, we're gonna go Victini here. And we're just gonna V-create to break the sub. Right? Is that my best play? If I go Victini, I break the sub. Then I'm in a situation where Ninetales comes in and it just clicks Freeze Dry. And Greninja shouldn't be able to one-shot my Mawile. So I can go into Mawile. If he goes into Greninja, I just let him knock me out. And then Mawile should be able to beat Crobat. Oh, I don't know about that, actually. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. What's my best play? Victini is definitely the best option here. Going to Victini is definitely the best option. Because I break his substitute and then Ninetales comes in and Ninetales just wins. Or Mawile comes in and gets to click Sucker Punch. So either or. It just comes down to whether his Greninja's scarfed or not, but I feel like it's gotta be scarfed. Alright, we're going to Victini and we're gonna break his substitute. That's what we gotta do here. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna V-create. And he can't substitute again. Electrium Z substitute. Crazy stuff. Good set. Alright, so we should be able to break his sub here with V-Create. And then we go into either Ninetales or Mawile. We have to decide which makes the most sense. Alright, so we break his sub. So, the thing is, Ninetales definitely knocks him out, no problem. Mawile does the same as well, because it gets to click Sucker Punch and knock him out. He's got Thunderbolt, okay. So Magneton kills Victini with T-Bolt. Okay. Hail stops. Alright. Does Freeze Dry knock out Magneton from this range? Yes, it should. It should. Based on the damage I saw before, I feel pretty confident saying that it'll knock him out. Moonblast will too. Moonblast does a little bit more. Definitely will. And I don't think Crobats live in the Moonblast. Might have to burn. Alright, Ninetales in my play. We just have to decide what move makes the most sense. So here's the thing. If Blizzard's not the play. Blizzard's definitely not the play. Moonblast, I think, is the play. Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry is the best play. I just don't know if it's going to knock him out. Him being in red means he's below. I just don't know if I can risk it. And I don't know what the Crobat was at, but I feel like it was pretty low. I could Blizzard as well. Blizzard means Greninja comes in, and then... Oh, dude, this is a tough play. I don't know. Freeze Dry is the best play because it's gonna handle everything left. But if Freeze Dry doesn't knock him out, I lose the game. It says 25 to 30% if he's not holding an item, which we know he isn't. But if he has bulk investment, he's gonna live the hit, I feel like. I'm clicking freeze dry. It's gonna knock him out. Okay. Alright. Here comes Itachi, which is the Greninja. So he does go Greninja next, which is what I expected. He can knock me out here. But how does he knock me out? He knocks me out. He's got to be faster than me. What does he go for to knock me out? He's got to be Scarfed. He's got to go for Gunk Shot. What moves does Greninja get that one-shot me? Flash Cannon and Gunk Shot, right? It's 50-50 here. Alright, Greninja, what moves would knock me out here that I have to worry about if he's Scarfed? A rock move. A rock move. A water move. Gunk Shot. Gunk Shot. That's it. And a water move doesn't knock me out, I don't think. Because I have a lot of bulk. Does he go for the... I don't feel like he can go for the Gunk Shot. I think I just have to freeze dry here, guys. I think I just have to freeze dry here. I could make a switch into Victini. I don't think that's the right play. Or into Mawile. I gotta just freeze dry. He goes for the serve. I think I live this, though. I think I actually live this. Unless he specs. Yes, dude. 180 HP investment. We are a very bulky Ninetales. He's gonna die to hail. Oh my goodness. Ninetales kills Greninja with hail. We got the game, dude. Scarf Ninetales, baby. He just says good game to you too, man. Good game, bub. Oh, we needed that one, guys. We needed that one. We're gonna take the game 2-0. Ninetales kills Crobat with freeze dry. And that's game, man. He asked how much HP I had on Ninetales, 180 EVs. We were very bulky. We were very, very bulky. I didn't need the speed or the special attack. I was max special attack. I didn't need the speed because I was Scarfed. So I knew he was Scarf Greninja. It made a lot of sense. Ninetales with 4 kills, man. Scarf Ninetales put in the work, dude. Puts in the work, man. We needed that win. We needed that win so badly. Good playing by Bub, man. We had a tough time dealing with that Magneton. You know, I knew that it would come down to that Magneton at the end. Like, I knew it was going to come down to it. It would have been very interesting, actually, if he killed Ninetales there. Because I could have play roughed the Greninja and knocked it out. And then he would have went into Crobat, and then it would have been a guess whether he Heat Waves, hits the Heat Wave, or Nasty Plots and I Sucker Punch. It would have been a really interesting guessing game there at the end. We don't have to see it go to that. But we're going to move to 4-2. Picking up a nice W here against Bub. I hope you guys enjoyed that match. That was a close one. But I feel good about it. I feel like we played well. I think one thing I did not do well, though, was I realized how big of a threat Magneton was. And Greninja. And I let my 2 best Pokemon for those go down really early. I should have probably let Mawile go down earlier. Like, I should have went Mawile into Clefable instead of letting Silvally take all that damage. That was the mistake, one of the big mistakes I made, because that Clefable, it was probably carrying Flamethrower, but I was going to be fast in it most likely anyway. And I feel like if I went into Mawile against the Clefable, I would have been in a much better spot. My Silvally would have still been around, which would have been my best way to deal with the Magneton. It wouldn't have been as scary at the end. But, you know, we got really lucky there. He made a really interesting prediction going for Substitute, expecting me to switch out. I just went for Blizzard because I just needed to know whether he was EV-Elite or not, because that was going to make a huge difference moving forward. But it all works out, man. In the end, we pick up a nice 2-0 win. Victini with 2 kills, Ninetales with 4. Put in the books, baby. We moved to 4-2. Galactic Elliot's up next. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one. And be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.